That changed the way I practice medicine. I was sitting at my desk reviewing patient files. Women in their 60s and 70s coming in with the same complaints I had been hearing for years. Heavy legs, sluggish mornings, cold hands and feet that never seem to warm up. That constant fog that makes it hard to think clearly after noon. And I realized something uncomfortable. I had been feeling those exact same things myself. I was the doctor. I knew the research. I was doing everything right. And yet, my circulation was quietly declining, the way it does for almost every woman after 60. And I had barely noticed it happening. So, I did what I always do. I went straight to the published clinical trials. I tested more than 50 different compounds, ingredients, and combinations. Most of them did nothing. A few made things worse, but 5 of them, just 5, produced results I could actually measure, results I could feel. And here is what surprised me most about all of them. It was never simply about drinking more water. It was about what you put in the water, because after 60, your blood vessels need a specific trigger to respond, and plain water cannot provide one. I'm Dr. Emily Carter, and today I'm going to share with you the 5 specific additions you can put in your water, all backed by real published clinical research to meaningfully improve your blood circulation. We're going to count them down from least powerful to most powerful. And I want you to pay very close attention to number 1 because what the research found genuinely surprised me. But before we begin, scroll down right now and drop your age and your city in the comments. I personally read every single one, and I truly want to know who is watching today. Let's start with number 5. This one is simple, affordable, and it begins working within minutes of drinking it. Number 5. Cucumber and mint-infused water. I know what you're thinking. This sounds like something from a hotel spa menu. But the science behind this combination is far more serious than most people realize. Cucumbers contain a compound called silica, and silica plays a direct role in maintaining the structural integrity of your blood vessel walls. As we age, those walls become thinner and lose their elasticity. When that happens, your heart has to work significantly harder to push blood through your body. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health, and Aging found that participants who increased their dietary silica intake showed a 12% improvement in arterial flexibility over just 12 weeks. That may not sound dramatic at first, but even a small improvement in vessel flexibility translates directly to better blood pressure regulation and improved oxygen delivery to your brain, your heart, and your muscles. Now, the mint is where it gets even more interesting. Mint contains rosmarinic acid, a natural vasodilator, which means it helps your blood vessels relax and widen. Wider vessels mean less resistance, and less resistance means your heart doesn't have to work nearly as hard. A study in the journal Phytomedicine found that rosmarinic acid reduced vascular resistance by roughly 15% in older adults within just 2 weeks. To prepare this, take half a cucumber and slice it thin. Take 10 to 12 fresh mint leaves and crush them gently between your fingers to release the oils. Drop everything into a pitcher of cold filtered water and let it sit for at least 30 minutes. Overnight gives you the strongest concentration. Aim for 3 glasses throughout the day and use organic cucumbers when possible because the skin is where most of the silica lives. This combination works on 2 fronts at once, strengthening your vessel walls while relaxing them for easier blood flow. Plain water simply cannot do that. But this is just the beginning. Number 4. Lemon and raw ginger water. This combination has been used in traditional medicine for centuries, and modern research has finally confirmed exactly why it works so well for circulation after 60. Lemon is one of the richest natural sources of vitamin C, and vitamin C is absolutely essential for the production of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is essentially a master switch for your blood vessels. It tells them when to relax, when to widen, and when to let blood flow freely to your brain, your heart, and your extremities. The problem is that after 60, your body produces significantly less nitric oxide on its own. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that adults with higher vitamin C intake had 23% greater nitric oxide availability compared to those with low intake. That 23% difference can mean the gap between healthy circulation and the kind of sluggish blood flow that causes cold hands, chronic fatigue, and mental fog. Now the ginger. Ginger contains compounds called gingerols and shogals that prevent your blood from getting too thick and sticky. When blood platelets clump together, they slow down flow and increase your risk of dangerous blockages. A clinical trial in the journal Thrombosis Research found that participants who consumed 2 g of raw ginger daily experienced a 19% reduction in platelet aggregation after just 8 weeks. That means smoother, faster-moving blood throughout your entire cardiovascular system. To prepare this, squeeze 1 full lemon into a large glass of water. Peel a 1-inch piece of raw ginger. Slice it into thin coins and drop it in. Let it sit for at least 15 minutes so the active compounds can fully release into the liquid. Drink this first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Absorption is highest before your digestive system is occupied with food. The lemon and ginger work together beautifully. The vitamin C drives nitric oxide production, while the ginger keeps your blood in an optimal flowing state. Number 3. Beetroot juice diluted in water. If there is one drink that has taken the cardiovascular research world by storm over the past decade, it is beetroot juice. And for very good reason. Beets are the single richest natural source of dietary nitrates. Your body converts these nitrates directly into nitric oxide. But what makes beetroot different from everything else we've discussed is the concentration. It is high enough that the effects become measurable within just a few hours. A groundbreaking study published in the journal Hypertension found that participants who drank 250 ml of beetroot juice experienced a significant drop in blood pressure and a 20% increase in blood flow to their muscles within just 3 hours of drinking it. That is not a gradual benefit over months. That is your body responding almost immediately. Another study from the University of Exeter found that older adults who consumed beetroot juice daily for 2 weeks showed a 16% improvement in exercise endurance directly linked to improved oxygen delivery through better circulation. We dilute it in water for 2 important reasons. First, concentrated beetroot juice can be harsh on an older digestive system. Second, spreading it out gives your body a sustained release of nitrates, rather than one overwhelming spike. Take about 100 milliliters of pure beetroot juice, no added sugars, and mix it into 300 ml of water. Drink it in the morning, ideally about 2 hours before any physical activity. One reassuring note, beetroot juice may turn your urine or stool a reddish color. This is completely harmless. It is simply a natural pigment called betanin passing through your system. Please do not let it alarm you. Number 2, cayenne pepper warm water tonic. This one might sound a little intense, but the research behind it is genuinely compelling, especially for women dealing with poor circulation in their legs, hands, and feet. Cayenne pepper contains capsaicin, the compound responsible for that familiar warmth. But what most people don't realize is that capsaicin is one of the most potent natural vasodilators ever studied. When capsaicin enters your bloodstream, it triggers the release of specific neuropeptides that cause your blood vessels to rapidly expand. A study in the journal Clinical Nutrition found that participants who consumed capsaicin daily for 4 weeks experienced a 26% improvement in peripheral blood flow, meaning circulation to the arms, legs, hands, and feet. Another study in the British Journal of Clinical Pharmacology found that capsaicin increased microirculation, the flow of blood through your tiniest capillaries, by up to 31% in older adults. This is critical because microirculation is what delivers oxygen and nutrients directly to your tissues at the cellular level. When it declines, you get numbness in your toes, slow wound healing, and skin that bruises far too easily. To prepare this, start with a large mug of warm water. Add just 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper and stir until fully dissolved. This starting dose produces only a gentle warmth, nothing overwhelming. Over 2 weeks, you can gradually work up to 1 to 4 teaspoons. Drink it once daily about 30 minutes before breakfast. One important caution. If you are currently taking blood-thinning medications, please speak with your doctor before starting this one, as capsaicin can enhance the effects of those drugs. And now number 1, the one that earned the top spot. The one that even after 3 decades in medicine genuinely surprised me when I read the data. Number 1, hibiscus flower cold brew. Hibiscus flowers contain an extraordinarily high concentration of anthocyanins and polyphenols that work directly on your blood vessels in a way no other natural ingredient can match. And when you cold brew dried hibiscus petals in water overnight, you extract the maximum amount of these compounds without destroying them with heat. A landmark clinical trial published in the Journal of Human Hypertension studied adults with an average age of 65 and found that those who consumed hibiscus water daily for just 6 weeks experienced a 44% improvement in flow-mediated dilation. Flow-mediated dilation is the gold standard measurement for how well your blood vessels expand and contract in response to blood flow. That 44% improvement stunned the researchers because it rivals the effects of prescription medications designed specifically for vascular health. A second major study found that hibiscus extract reduced arterial stiffness by 17% in older adults over just 4 weeks. Arterial stiffness is one of the primary drivers of poor circulation after 60 because stiff arteries cannot flex and push blood forward the way healthy elastic vessels can. To prepare this correctly, take 2 tablespoons of dried hibiscus petals and place them in a large glass jar with about 1 L of cold filtered water. Do not use hot water. Temperatures above 70 degrees C destroy a significant portion of the anthocyanins, the very compounds responsible for the results. Place the jar in your refrigerator for a minimum of 8 hours. 12 hours produces the strongest concentration. In the morning, strain out the petals. What you'll have is a beautiful deep red liquid with a naturally tart flavor similar to cranberry. You can add a small amount of raw honey if you'd like. Aim for 3 to 4 glasses spread throughout the day. Dried hibiscus petals are available at most health food stores and online. They are incredibly affordable. 1 bag can last you several weeks. And that brings us to the end of these 5 powerful additions. What I love most about all of them is this: none require a prescription, none are expensive, and every single one is backed by published clinical research. You can begin with just 1 today and build from there as you learn which one your body responds to best. Here is what I want you to remember. Your blood vessels have a remarkable ability to recover and improve at any age, including yours. Sometimes all they need is the right support dissolved in something as simple as a glass of water. If you found this helpful, please hit subscribe and share this video with a woman you love who is over 60. It could genuinely make a difference in how she feels every single day. And before you go, drop your age and your city in the comments below. I read every single one personally, and I truly want to hear from you. I'm Dr. Emily Carter, and I'll see you in the next